A Naperville mom came to the U.S. looking for a better life. Her job is going great. Her son is doing well. She likes her community, but she's worried. We're always investigating, and as CBS 2's Lauren Victory explains, a recent attempt to improve her immigration status cost her thousands of dollars and left her feeling threatened.
Okay.
This woman immigrated to the U.S. and requested we only use her last name, Sinha. Most days, she's typing away at the computer, on the clock as an IT specialist, off the clock researching ways to get a green card like this so she and her son can stay here for good.
I was thinking in those terms as a mother, what should I do to make my family's life easier?
Sinha left India on a temporary work visa. She applied for a permanent work visa called an EB-2 in 2017 and is still waiting for that to process.
People say that it might take a lifetime to get the green card.
So the Naperville mom is switching gears, trying for a different type of green card that seems to be processed faster. It's nicknamed the Einstein visa. Officially, the EB-1A is meant for people with extraordinary ability.
I feel that being 16 years in this IT field, I have a lot of things in my bag.
To spruce up her application, Sinha contacted the people behind the Next League program. It's essentially a visa coaching service. The company's LinkedIn page features videos boasting about its success with the so-called Einstein visa.
There were reviews on his brochure, but there was no review online.
Like independent reviews?
No.
Sinha decided not to proceed with coaching, but had already paid a $2,000 deposit that the company said was not refundable. So she initiated a credit card dispute through Capital One and received a temporary credit for $2,000.
And then things took a big turn.
And then that is when he sent me an email.
He, meaning Ranjit Moldekar, the creator of the Next League program. His email informs Sinha the company will initiate legal proceedings because of the chargeback. He warns they're filing police complaints and possible civil and criminal suits.
I was shocked. I was not expecting that kind of an email from someone who was so educated.
The email goes on to say her actions, again a seemingly simple credit card dispute, could have severe implications on your immigration status.
I was having fast heartbeat and all those things. That's how my body reacts to stress.
So stressed, she panicked and paid Moldekar $2,500 over Zelle to make the problem go away. She says he promised to pay that back if her Capital One chargeback was reversed.
I was scared for myself and my family.
When you hear that, what do you think as a lawyer?
First of all, I think I can't imagine the police are very much interested in this.
Attorney Suzanne Seltzer doesn't think a credit card dispute is something U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services cares about either. She considers that email an empty threat on a vulnerable person.
I have 30 years experience doing EB-1A. This is something that's very dear to my heart, and when I hear someone being exploited, it's disturbing.
Moldekar does not see it that way. He exchanged multiple emails with CBS 2, standing by his choice to warn the woman about legal implications of disputing a charge that's non-refundable. He proposed a solution. Her money is rightfully due to her, and the company will promptly issue her refund, he told CBS 2, if Sinha signs this affidavit, saying she inadvertently withdrew from the Next League program.
I did not sign it. See, inadvertently, it's not true.
Have you thought about what you're going to do now to try to get a green card?
Yeah, I'm working on my efforts.
Down a bunch of money, but not out of motivation. Lauren Victory, CBS 2 News.
After we reached out to Capital One, they flip-flopped and Sinha won her credit card dispute. The bank refused to explain why it took a TV station to return her money, but she is still out the $2,500 she sent to the coaching company via Zelle.